Hi guys, welcome back to Nuwe Blare Homestead. My name is Raul and today it is garden tour time. So let's have a look at the squash patch and then go into the garden and have a look at how things are going there. So walking in, the first thing you can see, of course, is this pumpkin over here. This is a sugar baby pumpkin, I think. We actually have another two of them. One over there, one over there. I think they're pretty much ready to be picked. Well, that one's looking a little green, but this one's looking nice and orange. But that one is coming along, and then I think I have a few more around. But we also have over there, you can see that's a butternut, and I have another. There's a butternut over there, potential butternut. And here we go, these guys over here, but that one's not going to do anything. That one I'll have to watch and see. But got a lot of prolific stuff happening here. This over here, another one of these. I thought these were butternuts the last time we came through here. They're not actually, they are spaghetti squash. And they are, let me tell you, the spaghetti squash are prolific. There's another one over there. And there's one down over here. And there's one over here. And one over here. And I think there's more along the way. So, very prolific. And then over here, I have another type of pumpkin. So, there's a small one, but this is what they look like. Excuse me, Mr. Leaf. That'll eventually grow to about twice that size, maybe no more than that, about 4 times that size actually, I think. And it's a sort of a flat, squashed style pumpkin. It's what in South Africa I'm used to. But you can see the pumpkins, and oh, there's another one of those. Spaghetti squash. They're very, very prolific. So lots of stuff on the squash side here. And then my yellow zucchini has decided to make a massive comeback. This one is huge. We just had a busy weekend, so I never actually got into the garden. I'm definitely gonna have to pick this one now. You can see there's another one right next to it that's looking good. And then my grey zucchini are just all over the place. There's so many of them. And then my patty pans are still doing great. There's a couple of big ones down here. Let's see, there you go. So, and over here as well. So really doing very well. And then here's a patch of melons. Unfortunately, it looks like I have a gopher coming through here again, because you can see these are all, it's really dead. So yeah, this one, it's becoming nicely yellow actually. But this is a canary melon, and then these are some sort of winter squash, but as you can see they're really undersized, but I think that's probably the best I'm going to get because the plants are dying for some reason. I put some more, you can see over here, I put some more compost down just in the hopes that it would help, but I think it was just too late, unfortunately. And then over here, this is one of the melons that we were looking at the last time, one of the watermelons. I discovered that this is a good size. This is a golden midget watermelon. So that's what they actually are. They don't grow very big, that's why it's yellow. And then over here, my tiger melons are doing really well. There's one of them. There's a nice cantaloupe or a spongebeck right next to it. There's another one in there. You can see it. Another little one over here. Another one over there. There's quite a few of them around, which is great. And then, oh dear, this cantaloupe split open. We've been getting a lot of rain. We're definitely gonna have to take this one inside. Oh yeah, that one is ready. Okay, well, it didn't split too badly, but it's definitely ready. All right, and then the watermelons, they're getting there. They are getting there. They finally started, like the plants started growing properly, you can see. That watermelon, I know what that is. That is an orange blower. I'm not sure what these ones are at this stage. Like I said, I planted a few. I planted those Missouri heirlooms from Spiro's garden on XC, and I'm presuming they're going to come up here as well. But we're definitely getting quite a few watermelons growing here. Here's another one. And then we've got some dark green ones. There we go. There's a nice. There's one of them. And there's a couple on the other side. Let's go around and have a look. There you go. Another dark one. I'm not sure what those are exactly. But there's tons of tiny little watermelons all over the place. Especially with these plants now extending out, you can see. Yeah, there's a little one in there. There's a little one over here. They don't always get anywhere. That's a small one that's been growing for a while. They don't always get anywhere. Sometimes they just become yellow and shrivel up and die, but I'm encouraged to see that there's quite a few. Again, there. And there's one under there. And there's a bunch of them. So I'm hoping for as good a watermelon crop this year as I had last year. We'll see. I think I had more of individual types, more of a particular type of watermelon last year. The kids will definitely enjoy eating this tonight. Well, just as we walk in here, you can see my okra, which is growing really well. We have had a ton of okra up here. Oh, like this one. This one is too big already. Need to get this one. Alright, there's more okra here. It really does, the more you pick it, the more you get. There's okra all over the place here. So there's some that's still growing and some of it is, there's a nice flower. Yeah, more and more of it all the time. And our Swiss chard is just doing really well. I think this is by far the best I've ever had. Lots of water, lots of heat. That is their best. And then over here is our golden bantam millies, or corn, which are hardly bantam at all. My goodness, those things are like, the other types that we had didn't get nearly this tall. This stuff is fantastic. And then over here we have some eggplant plants. I haven't seen any flowers yet, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like we're gonna have some flowers there soon. So hopefully we get something soon. And then over here are the peppers, some beautiful big peppers over here. These guys are supposed to be the, what are these? I think these are red bell peppers. Yeah, so these are red bells, so they're supposed to still turn red. But got some interesting ones over there. Let's go have a look at that. These, I think, these are supposed to be like purple or brownish purple. They, difficult getting them, they're stuck in there, but I think these are supposed to be my purple peppers. Well, like I said, they're kind of looking more brown. But definitely plenty of peppers over here. Look at that. A ton of peppers here. And here's my tomatoes. very overgrown. I kind of did some pruning, but it's just been really busy. But these are the yellow pear tomatoes, and you can see they have a bunch of them that are starting to come ripe. So they actually turn that sort of almost orange color. So that one still has a little bit of green in it, but this one looks like it's ready to be picked. Yep, and there you go, just came off. And this one still got a bit of green, a little bit there. But this is covered, and looks like it's still got a little green. As you can see, it's just covered in tomatoes. There are tomatoes everywhere, which is fantastic. I can't wait to have a nice big crop of these. And then over here, this is the Somerset tomatoes. They are a hybrid. I bought these from a hardware store, but they get huge. Look at that one. That's when it's nice and big. There's one at the back there that's even bigger. They're definitely prolific. I'm not really into hybrids. I prefer heirlooms. But as I said earlier, we just decided to buy a bunch of tomato plants since my tomatoes hadn't germinated, and it was kind of, if we could just get the plants at least. Homegrown tomatoes are always better than store-bought tomatoes, so we will see. These yellow pear tomatoes are an heirloom variety. I've actually got a packet of them. But these guys are sprawling everywhere, and these Somersets are just loaded. And then over here are some, you can see these smaller tomato plants. When I was pruning the bigger plants, I just took a whole bunch of the cuttings and shoved them into the ground, and then just watered them nicely for a couple of days. And look at them. Some of them don't turn out so good. That one still seems to be alive, but it's not doing anything. But some of them they just rocket off, and that's really awesome. And I've got a bunch over here as well. If you look here, you can see. Look at this. It's huge. So, and then I have some over there as well. Again, free tomato plants. I just took cuttings, I pruned the suckers off, and then I just shoved them in the ground and watered them, and that was it. Guerrilla gardening is what I sometimes call it. And then over here, this is a huge bush of bean bushes, and that's been doing pretty well. I need to get in here. I know that there are probably a bunch of beans that need to be picked. Yeah, look at that. Whole bunch of beans in here. So plenty of beans that need to be picked. Need to come back in here and pick them. The last thing I do want to talk about is the potatoes. I did actually come and harvest all the potatoes, and some of the plants were not looking like they were dead yet, so I decided I would just replant the plants and see if they would make more potatoes. So I actually replanted some potatoes in these ones, and then this was the potato plants. Those are potato plants, and they look a little bit worse for the wear, but they're doing okay. These ones as well. And then, not this one, that one's empty. That one is one that I replanted. And then I replanted over here as well. Now, there's a nice big potato in the middle there, and then there's these ones around the outside, and those ones, they're not looking great. But we'll see how things go. I see some leaves down there, so maybe something's coming up there. We'll see how they do. Free potatoes, it's not a big. If I don't get potatoes out of all of them, it's not a big loss, because I've already harvested potatoes. I mean, they weren't the greatest potatoes that I harvested either. They were pretty small, which is, I think, kind of par for the course of a hot climate like the desert. Well, thanks so much for joining me on the garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can catch me on Odyssey, Rumble, and on YouTube. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.